Hello, this is New Vision TV. I'm Lynn Komjisha. Despite a call to boycott the rerun by the opposition and pockets of violence in various parts of the country in Kenya, especially in Raila Odinga's stronghold, Uhuru Kenyatta supporters went to the polls to confirm his earlier victory. Now, New Vision TV brings you why Uhuru was destined to win.
Held on October 26, coinciding with his birthday, the first elections in Kenya gave Uhuru Kenyatta a resounding win, never witnessed before in the history of Kenya. Despite a boycott call by the opposition National Super Alliance NASA and pockets of violence in NASA's strongholds of Kisumu, Homa Bay, Migori and Siaya, about 7,616,217 people turned out to vote, of which Uhuru got 7,483,895 votes, giving him 98.26%. Kenyatta had 8,203,290 votes in the August 8 election, 719,395 more than what he got in the rerun, while his closest rival Raila Odinga, despite pulling out of the race barely 2 weeks before the polls, got 73,115 votes compared to 6.8 million votes he got in the August 8 elections. This shows that Kenyatta's supporters went ahead to vote for him, although a sizable number, about 700,000, did not vote, which his team attributes to intimidation by the opposition. Even if Odinga supporters had voted him, results indicate that Kenyatta would still have been in a comfortable lead. In NASA's call not to recognize Kenyatta's victory, they have threatened to swear in Raila Odinga as the president should the president-elect be inaugurated. NASA is now pushing for a repeat presidential poll in 90 days. He says the 38% turnout in the rerun compared to the 78% turnout in the August 8 polls shows a lack of confidence for Kenyatta and his administration and the organization of the elections. In August, more than 15 million people cast their ballots, representing 78% of the registered voters. The country has 19.6 million voters. Kenyatta's deputy president, William Ruto, says the low voter turnout was because of the threats of violence by opposition supporters. He says the polling officials and materials were blocked from reaching polling stations. The IEBC declared the result of the repeat poll with a zero return from Homa Bay and Siaya counties and a small percentage of votes from the Kisumu and Migori because in some parts of the country, violence made it impossible for the elections to take place. The opposition parties, including Odinga's NASA, now have about 2 days in which to contest the results by launching a legal challenge, while the courts have 14 days in which to rule on such a petition. Raila Odinga on Tuesday said the poll was a fraud and vote not recognize Kenyatta and his government. NASA says they have to push for the formation of the People's Assembly to run Kenya until the legitimate executive is elected and formed. However, perhaps leaning on his numbers when it comes to the polls, Kenyatta has said he's ready for any court petitions and any decisions made. He says he is ready to subject himself to the constitutional path. But will the opposition subject themselves to another poll in the next 90 days as they are agitating? Only time will tell.
You're still watching New Vision TV, and now for Pearl of Africa series, we take a look at Lukaya town. Lukaya is one of the municipalities in Kalungu district in the central region of Uganda. Lukaya is on the Masaka-Kampala highway, close to the shores of Lake Victoria and just south of the equator. This town is of great advantage to travelers who make stopovers to grab eatables to accompany them through the rest of their journey. Take a look.
Lukaya is one of the municipalities in the Kalungu district of the central region of Uganda. Lukaya is on the Masaka-Kampala highway close to the shores of Lake Victoria and just south of the equator. This town has great advantage to travelers who make stopovers to grab eats to accompany them throughout the rest of the journey. Lukaya is a rather semi-developed town located in central Uganda in Kalungu district. Lukaya has become a main stop for long-distance travelers to explore Uganda. The travelers enjoy the chicken roasted along the road, gonja and a few drinks they grab to accompany their food. To get to Lukaya, you use the Masaka-Kampala highway, which is approximately 103 kilometers by road southwest of Kampala, Uganda's capital city. This town's infrastructure is in good shape, therefore easing transportation of goods and services.
And that's all we had for you. Thank you for watching. Be sure to catch more of your updates on your mobile, on your desktop, on your tablet, anywhere on the go by visiting www.newvision.co.ug. I'm Lynn Komjisha.